Welcome to the Geek Switch podcast, turning you on to everything new and nerdy. We're adults using adult language. You have been warned.
Hey Internet, this is the Geek Switch podcast, episode 97 for August 13th, 2014. I'm your host, Tony Livingston, and I'm joined by my good friends Fury.
Hey!
Luke. ...
Luke, who has frozen.
Maybe. ... And Robin.
I have a camera because it's being stupid.
And there goes Luke. He may be back. We don't know.
Damn you, Japan!
But we are just going to soldier on, because that's the kind of week it is. I've been gone for quite a bit from the show. Just got a lot of stuff going on between school semesters. I need to get my books ordered and stuff right now. Still dealing with a lot of bullshit. My classes start Monday, so that's a lot of fun.
Uh,
Yeah.
Get on that.
Yeah, not to mention we're moving in November, so that'll be fun.
Wait. Are you moving in with your sweetie?
No, we've lived together for
I was gonna say they live together.
Oh.
Yeah, no, we're moving to a new apartment closer to where both of us work
Oh, nice.
at. And the best part is...
Do you two work at the same place?
No, we used to, but not anymore.
Oh. See, we've never talked about your SO.
Well, we talked a little bit, but Dante likes to railroad that.
Because Dante, in his own way, is perhaps jealous.
Well, we don't like to point fingers.
Well,
But he'll never watch this, so it's okay.
Now he has to share you.
Yeah. Well, he moved away, so I had to find someone else to keep me warm.
Did he ask you to move with him?
Huh?
Did you turn him down? Did he ask you to move in with him down there? Did you turn him down?
Yeah, that's definitely what happened.
You say, Dante, I'm just not feeling this, but I think you need to go.
I'm just not that into you. No, no, Dante and I are good friends, but sometimes...
Not that good.
Sometimes lady parts get in the way of guy parts that aren't interested in guy parts.
That's fair enough. That's a fair way to put that.
Yeah.
No, for the record, my girlfriend and I met online, and then for a while she worked at a bank, and she got a different position at the bank, and then I got a job at the same bank as her, and now she works over at the Federal Reserve.
Oh, nice.
And I work at a different branch of that bank still. So we're in the financial world as of right now. So. And so we're looking to move down there, but the best thing is we're going to have Google Fiber when we move in. So.
Oh, now I'm jealous.
There you go.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. So we won't have any of these connection issues, at least on my end, anymore.
No connection issues, no more shitty video. It's going to be like blazing fast. Now we're going to be like, fuck, we got to up our game.
Right, I'm going to be doing this podcast while watching Netflix and playing a game on, like, PlayStation Now. It's going to be crazy.
Fuck you, Comcast.
Running like 4 torrents.
Yeah. Maybe we'll talk about them later, because really, fuck Comcast.
No, there's no reason to talk about that
Yeah.
at all.
Okay.
I think we all understand, fuck most cable providers.
But there's
Virtually every
third
one
video.
of them.
There's
How are the internet providers in Japan, Luke?
Yeah.
I haven't had to do with them too much, but still pretty nice. I mean, they don't do the obviously dickish moves as they do in America, which is great because there's actual competition.
Are they
Versus
subtly
you now.
dickish?
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much. It's a bit more subtle than one you. But there's still competition.
I love watching the poses he gets frozen in. They're hilarious. He's like, ugh.
It's always sexy.
But, yeah. So I guess it's a little better there, but, I mean, what are the speeds like?
Way better than I was getting at home. So,
Good. I'm sure they have much higher bandwidth than we do.
Yeah.
They have a lot smaller area to serve, though, to be fair.
Yeah, but it's densely packed, so...
Yeah. Well, I think also they actually upgrade their systems.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you gotta go with someone new like Google.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't
This
worry,
is why I'm jealous.
it'll come to you eventually, I'm sure. It'll come to everyone someday. You just have to be patient.
Me last. I live in the middle of nowhere.
Hey, a few years ago, before they announced where they were going, I would have never thought they'd pick Kansas City as where they would put Google Fiber first. So,
Well, they went for some place that isn't one of the main cities, probably on purpose, not to be a jerk, but
well, no, I mean we're a pretty big city, but we're not as big as we're just a step below like Chicago and stuff.
Yeah, actually,
So-
how many people are out there, would you estimate? I know there's about 1.2 million out in Sacramento, so...
Oh, I don't know. Let me.
There's a few million, but the area is very, very large.
What
Like
about
in
Apple
Oregon.
in Kansas City?
I'm googling it.
Oh, rub it in.
Mind you, like the
Nah.
greater Kansas City area is gigantic, but
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
It's about 2 million people.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's for the whole metropolitan area. It's kind of complicated because obviously there's a Kansas City, Kansas, and a Kansas City, Missouri, which is
Yeah,
the problem
Yeah.
Google ran into pretty quickly.
But to be fair, Kansas City, Kansas is tiny compared to Kansas City, Missouri.
Sure, if you can. I mean, yeah, if you count just
you count-
the part called Kansas City.
Yeah.
yeah,
But then there are, there's like
suburbs.
good portions of it. There's like what's it called, Shawnee. There's Roland Park. I mean, they're all right there. It's
Right.
just that Kansas City, Missouri extends further more north and south.
Oh, hang on. I think I just heard our last listener tuning out. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, this is exciting.
Yeah. Save yourself trouble. Don't ever go there.
Right.
Never.
It's not that bad, but whatever.
It is that bad.
So something that I did that was awesome, however, was see Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm sure
Yes!
you all got to see that too. So I feel like we
Yes.
should go ahead.
Unfortunately,
We're going to talk about that because I feel like with how well it did,
unfortunately,
Pretty
you
much
should
everyone
stay
has
in
seen it.
Japan if that is your opinion, sir.
well, it doesn't come out till the next month.
Oh,
Next month,
well,
so-
then we're not really going to talk about
That's
it.
okay. You'll get to hear Vin Diesel say, "I am Groot," in Japanese.
Oh, God.
that's true. He has actually gone through and done the voice in all the languages
All
himself.
the languages.
Because to be
That's
fair, he only has a few
Kind of
lines.
awesome.
Yeah, and he made up a few himself. There's Vin Diesel speak, where he says, "I am Groot." I'm waiting for the DVD to come out.
Right. I was going to
Hear
say.
Show me extras. Wow, where to begin? Where to begin? My girlfriend and I went out and saw it, and was not disappointed. Wow. Okay, but I have to ask. Raise your hand or otherwise signal. Have any of you ever picked up the comic book and read it? Anyone?
I knew it existed.
I have.
I have a comic. I have a
have one.
comic
I
on
have a
me.
copy
I
of
did
it
not
somewhere
read
out there.
prior to, but I have it.
Okay, so
I've been a fan of Guardians for a while.
Okay.
Since before the movie was announced, I would say.
for someone like myself who hasn't picked up an issue and quite frankly never even really heard of it before they announced the movie, I was surprised at this choice. But thinking about it, I think it goes with the larger story arc that Marvel seems to be embarking on. So, for a title that doesn't get a lot of attention, they put a whole lot of movie into it.
Yeah, no, I'm happy that they did it, because honestly, I can remember one, like, I can look right beside me and look at one of, actually, I don't have, anyway, I've seen pictures of Rocket for a while, and Rocket, along with another animal, never really, like, I'm just like, what is with this? This seems a little strange, but I really, really, really enjoy that character, and I knew that I would because the character just was going to be obviously bitter about his situation.
He's almost like Gilbert Gottfried, but brilliant and less cynical. Wait, better voice.
Much better.
There's a lot of
Bradley
yelling.
Cooper's voice.
Bradley Cooper did a great job with that
Yeah.
voice. You could not tell it was Bradley Cooper.
Yeah. Great lines for the character too. I was really impressed. A lot of great script writing, and this is actually the first Marvel movie that's been written by a woman. I don't know if that really factors in for anyone.
Co-written by women.
Co-written. That's right, Tony. Got to steal that one.
Well, no, I mean, I don't want to take credit from the other guy who worked hard on it, too. I would feel bad, like, oh, that guy, he doesn't even matter, whatever.
Who was the other person that wrote it?
I believe James Gunn, the director, also wrote.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm sure he stepped into that because that is within his wheelhouse, definitely.
Yeah, but obviously she was a big part of it, and she was very influential. I don't want to discount her part of it.
Do you know what her name is?
I don't. I read an article about it, but...
Because I'm just like, okay, I know it's great that we want to give her credit, but let's give her full credit by using her name, which means I also need to
Robin,
look it up.
Reveal it.
We're working on it.
Yeah, are you Googling it?
I think it was Nicole Chapman.
That sounds
Nicole
right.
Perlman.
Perlman.
Nicole Perlman. Oh, I was half right.
Yeah, you know what?
There.
Good
I
job.
would stand up and do the suck it motion, but I don't think that'd be appropriate.
Yeah.
And it was only half right too. So
they wrote a great Star Wars movie.
Well, regardless, I thought it was a great movie all around. Tons of special effects, but they didn't seem overly intrusive. Just seemed to fit the movie and move the story along. It wasn't like special effects for the sake of special effects, say like some Star Wars movies.
Right.
So, yeah.
But I do like how they kind of used some Star Wars tropes, though. Like, they very much had Ronan as the kind of Darth Vader figure, and Thanos was kind of the Emperor, you know, or you might even...
There's definite parallels. You can't...
Yeah, and there was the kind of
like,
bar/cantina scene.
Well, you know...
Goes a little bit differently.
To some extent, it's going to be formulaic. I mean, come on. Even you could compare this to like a D&D game where.
Well, no, I think it's very, very smart to do that though, because it makes it relatable. But they can also introduce these interesting characters into this universe. I think it does good because obviously you're kind of setting up Thanos as the emperor of the Marvel universe because he's going to be huge in Avengers 3. You know.
Oh, and what I really liked. There wasn't, correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm wrong, there wasn't a training montage. There wasn't a, like team building montage. It was just
not really.
People falling into the same circumstance saying, yeah, let's just go forward with this.
Yeah.
And that's really pretty much the effort. I guess doing this means we might not die as badly. Maybe.
They're like, well, we're gonna die anyway, so.
Yeah, let's not ruin it for yay Rocket.
I mean, I think we all went in expecting to love Rocket Raccoon, though, right? And like, we all were like, he's gonna be the kind of standout character.
No. Based on, and this is kind of a reach back, but does anyone remember Kangaroo Jack? An entire movie that was sold around the premise of a dancing, rapping kangaroo. My biggest fear is that they would use Rocket Raccoon to promo the whole movie, and his role in it would be so inconsequential. It'd be like, what the fuck? I came in here expecting a raccoon movie with talking raccoons, and I didn't get that.
Yeah, that's the one good thing now is that it's not like, hey, we have this one special effect, watch us use it for 20 seconds. It's now we can actually make a character that has a legitimate performance.
And a good one, too.
It's not just a gimmick anymore.
Yeah.
It's actually using it to tell the story in a better way.
Well,
but I think...
And he was there to speak for Groot towards the end.
Sure. Well, and I think that's the thing is the people who ended up stealing the show for me were Groot and Drax.
Oh my god, Drax.
Yeah, Drax.
Yeah, Batista.
Yeah.
Right, who would have thought such a great performance from a wrestler,
Literally, he knows how to find the roles that work for him. It's just like, I'm giant. I don't act great. Like.
Right. And it's perfect because his whole thing is that he doesn't he's so serious about everything. Like he doesn't get the joke about anything. It all goes over his head. Even though nothing goes over his head.
Nothing goes over my head. I am too fast. My reflexes are too fast for it to go over my head.
Yes. So like, he can totally do that like self-serious thing while kind of winking at the camera because that's what wrestlers do. Like he was
Yeah.
perfect for that role, and I can't believe that they thought that far ahead and just like planned it so perfectly. It's amazing. I could like as someone who was a fan of this series before the movie was announced or came out or anything, like I could not be happier with how it turned out. I think it's fantastic, and I'm really happy that they, more importantly, captured how the characters interact with each other on the screen.
Yeah.
And
This
then people
movie
are
for me
appreciating them.
was like watching Iron Man again. Iron Man was a movie that I ended up going to see 2 or 3 times in the movie theater, and this movie I could easily do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Iron Man was the one that started selling that character that I did not give a crap about before.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that sucks. That character is not. Wait, this character is actually very interesting now that I see him
Mm-hmm.
sort of like existing before me in the movie.
And I think much like having Robert Downey Jr. completely associated with that role now, you're going to see the same thing with Chris Pratt. It's just-
Oh man, I'm excited because the boyfriend decided that Chris Pratt's like workout story was like enough motivation that I needed, and it's just kind of like okay, and now I need to go to the gym because shit.
Uh-oh.
It's not. It's awesome. You'll like it.
Oh no. I don't not know how to go to the gym. It's just I don't want to go.
Guys, my new apartment, by the way, side note, has a gym just right across the street.
God damn it,
I'm so
Tony!
excited about that. Because I'm gonna get so buff, it's gonna be ridiculous.
Oh my god.
I know, right?
I can't wait to
listening to podcasts.
I can't wait to see you in Google Fiber in the ultra high definition and just watch your transformation.
We watch like one chin hair and like a couple of muscles.
Oh
just...
man.
Tony,
well,
that
the
vein in your
balding isn't
forehead
gonna
is
stop, so that's the train that has left the station. It's just it's gonna happen someday.
We'll start up a pool. How many months until your hairline goes back further than your headset strap?
Oh.
Well, I hope by the time that my hair gets that far back, we'll have some sort of technology where the headphones will just float over my ears. It'll be a few years down the line. I don't know.
It'll be
No,
a
the
combination.
solution is to get one that just goes behind your head so it never reaches it.
Or it's a race to the finish.
I'd say never on that. It could
Hairline
go all
goes,
the way down.
fuck, I got money in the pool. I'm going for it.
Okay, but one thing we have to say about Guardians of the Galaxy, though, that after the credits thing.
Oh, okay. You know what? Fuck it.
Honestly-
Spoiler alert. Spoilers.
Yeah,
Spoiler.
spoilers.
Dude,
Luke.
does Luke need to mute? Luke is.
Do you
Okay,
Yeah.
so we spoiler that to anyone that's listening.
Fuck.
Skip
Spoilers
the
for
next
the end.
skip the next 5 minutes. I will make sure that we stop talking about it in exactly 5 minutes.
Okay, sounds
Here we
good.
go.
So I'm super excited about Howard the Duck.
I do not give 2 shits. I was like, that's awesome. He existed. Okay, let's move on and never touch it again.
It's amazing that Seth Green does the voice.
Yes.
God.
It was
No, apparently the fucking dog,
Cosmo.
Yeah, Cosmo, the space.
is a guardian.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
a guardian at one point. But it seems like he doesn't have his powers yet.
Whatever,
it
I
seems
don't
like he's
care. Honestly, the thing that was
Pre-transformation.
that everyone that I know enjoyed was Dancing Groot.
Well, with the part where
Yeah.
and someone actually made one.
Jackson
Did you see
5.
that?
Right. Yeah. And there's a great animated GIF of him just dancing and Drax like looking, him stopping, and it just loops. But wow, I did not expect to see Howard the Duck. That was like
Yeah.
it seemed to be like the property that Marvel wanted to quash and like quietly make disappear.
Well,
You know.
they honestly, to me, that's enough fan service. I don't see the point of doing anything more with it other than being like that exists because it's something I was never interested in, and I find the character fucking ridiculous.
I could totally see him being a bigger part of Guardians too.
I don't think
I think it takes some of the. It would take the reality and the enjoyment that I had. It would add to me. I don't know that much about the character. It would just add basically a Jar Jar Binks.
Right. If there's some element explaining, his involvement, why he's there, why this is important. I mean, he pops up in the Marvel universe, in the intergalactic ship on a fairly regular basis. And if he makes an appearance in, say, like the second or third movie, then look, we're not done yet. I'm so sorry. And then it would make sense to me. But to have him like pop up just for a brief moment, or to be the Deus Ex Machina to like save the day or whatever, would probably ruin it for me. Now, I'm not trying to sell the script writers short, but throwing that out there, don't disappoint me, fuckers.
I don't know. I think the thing is that people have this negative impression of him because of the previous movie, obviously. But in the comics, he can be a very interesting character who can be kind of funny in the same way that Guardians was funny, while still like having a interesting character development storyline happening.
Yeah.
So I think if they can actually translate him well into the universe, they should go for it. But I mean, obviously, it didn't go well the first time. So
yeah.
Well, how many Marvel things didn't go well the first time because Marvel didn't have any actual control of it?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm just surprised they have the balls to do it. But I was surprised they had the balls to do Guardians, and it worked out great.
Yeah.
So.
But I also think that Howard the Duck appearing at the end was kind of a tongue-in-cheek, like, ha-ha thing from the director, versus like an actual foreshadowing of a character's appearance in a movie. So
yeah, I think the foreshadowing would be like that's a little too much.
Yeah.
By the way, loved Guillermo del Toro's The Collector.
Uh-huh.
It's a little weird. I think we'll still see him again. He's kind of like the.
Hope so.
He's kind of like one of the bounty hunters from Star Wars or something. He shows up across different things, and he's already showed up at the end of was it Thor 2, and then he showed up in this movie, and he'll probably show up again because he clearly has some of the Infinity Stones.
Yep. At least he had one.
He had one, and I believe people are saying he has another, from what I've heard. So we'll see.
Are we good?
I think we're good on spoilers, though.
Okay.
I'll say
it's good because this is about the time I said that we'd stop. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if Luke
Alright.
hasn't frozen, I think he's frozen. Oh God.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
He'll come back when he's ready. So yeah. Besides that, I also watched Orphan Black. First 2 seasons of that. Anyone else watch Orphan Black?
Nope.
Nope.
Are you familiar with it?
Yes. It's something that I'd eventually like to watch.
The BBC show about clones. So this girl basically plays 5 or 6 different roles in this show. Very impressive. First season was amazing. Second season was pretty awesome. A little bit not as good, but I'm still excited for the next season. And then I started watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
That's a TV show worth watching all the way through.
Yeah, my plan is to finish season 3 and then start watching it intermixed with Angel. So.
Yes, if you could time it so you've got those going at the same time, it's kind of worth it.
Yeah, I've got a watch list.
You have a watch list. That's awesome. You should send that my way because I'm actually curious about it. So if I want to sit down and watch all of it at the same time again, because honestly,
if you just Google it, there are people who have them. That's where I found it. Okay. So there's a couple of them, I think, but
I watched all of Angel first, and then I was finally like, you know what, I need to watch Buffy, because I guess as a child I was like looking at the media that was around me. I honestly was just I was a child that was never told, hey, no, girls can do this shit too. So I was like, there's a girl doing it, that's gonna be bad. I'll watch the other thing. She's just like, and this is what happens when kids aren't told that they don't have to be fucking princesses, that they can be badass and they can be heroes. Just saying.
Yeah. Some of it's a little unbelievable in the first season because she's so skinny and frail, and then like her body double comes in to do like the fight scenes. You can clearly tell it's not her actually doing it. But for the second season, it seems like she does more of her own stunts, and it's a little better.
Yeah.
But it's always cool to see someone being a badass like that.
I am curious. I don't know how many episodes of Angel there are, but there are 144 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah.
So
I'm partway through season 2, so
nice.
I'm about halfway through it. The first season is actually like half the length of the other seasons, so I got to the end of it and I was like, oh cool, I can just burn through. Oh wait, these are like twice as long. Oh, okay, here we go. But yeah, I mean I wasn't sold on it initially, but then there were a couple episodes where the writing was just so good and some of the twists that I did not see coming. So it got
There
me.
are 110.
Oh,
There are 5 seasons, 22 episodes apiece.
There you go.
so seven seasons of Buffy. That's some good watching. That's going to be a good chunk of time.
Yeah, I probably it'll probably be around Christmas time when I finish that, if that. It might be a little while, because soon enough fall TV shows start and video games start coming out, so I'll have less time to.
But
burn
you're
through
not
old
going to
stuff.
have any time for that because you'll be, I'm sure, watching it while you're at the gym.
That's true.
55 days
Well, that's what
till
Netflix on my
Supernatural
phone is
back.
for.
55 days till Supernatural returns, only because, and I'm only saying that because literally someone posted it on Facebook. I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah, and I got a
I
PlayStation
haven't watched
Vita.
that one. Nice.
Supernatural, it's definitely, if you can get through the first season, the first season's rough, it gets entertaining.
No, I've totally watched it. I mean, I'm watching it right now with my girlfriend and her mom, but I'm just like, okay.
The best parts are Crowley and freaking Castiel. That's it. It's just.
I've heard it's
I
good,
have
but
to agree.
I feel like I just don't have the time to dedicate to so many things I want to watch already. Ugh. That
Yeah.
like maybe in like 10 years I will get to the point where I can watch Supernatural if nothing else comes out for the next 10 years. So
Yeah, if they don't already make another 10 seasons.
right, or if Doctor Who stops and Game of Thrones stops and like every other
Game
Doctor
of Thrones
Who's-
apparently will stop. You know, the thing that's amazing is that
in
apparently
like 4 seasons.
two people have actually come up to George R. R. Martin and said, "Is this how the series is going to end?" Because they picked things out from the books,
Hmm.
and he's pretty much said, "Yeah." It's like no one said exactly what those things are, which is awesome. But that's the people that got that answer from him did not share anything. But he's like, "Yeah, there are. If you look hard enough in the books, there is an answer to how this ends." It's like, oh God,
Everyone dies.
everyone. Yeah, that's exactly it. All my friends are dead.
Nuclear apocalypse. Everyone dies.
A dragon explodes. Everyone dies.
Well, the last chapter is a little boy with autism waking up in a hospital,
Oh no!
and it was
no,
all
no, no.
he's
I
just
will
like, got you
literally
guys.
become a hermit in the woods. No.
Well, and then the Reigns of Castamere start playing, and he gets killed. So, because he can't kill, he has to kill everyone. So yeah, but yeah, there's too many shows to watch. There's too much good content, guys. I don't know what to do, and I got a Vita, so I could play. And let me tell you why I got a Vita. Let me tell you the reason.
please.
I got
Borderlands?
There's one big reason, and you know what convinced me? My Wii U. My Wii U convinced me because now, with the Vita, I can play my PS4 games on the couch while we're watching TV, so I can do two things at once.
Ugh.
So while Rachel wants to watch Project Runway, I can be playing Watch Dogs.
Good for you.
Oh, come on.
I as someone that's slowly like, so I have a PS3 that's still in its box and still hasn't been played. I'm just kind of like, I'm almost fully switching over to PC gaming. Why? Because fuck it, everything I like playing is on the PC.
Pretty much. And the other thing is that you can get it to stream to certain tablets now.
Yeah, I'm saying you guys could get the NVIDIA Shield.
Yeah.
Huh.
Sexy.
So think of this as my version of getting an NVIDIA Shield.
Oh, that's what you're showing off.
Yeah.
I literally was like, what is that shield thing? Is it a freaking
Marvel's
Marvel thing I'm
Agents
not getting?
of
I'm like, what
NVIDIA.
shield?
Awesome. Yeah.
Maybe when I have more money.
Yeah.
And let
I
me
will
ask
say,
you, how awesome is it to be able to play your PC games on the little tablet there?
I think it would be great if that were possible.
It isn't working?
Unfortunately, what you need for that to happen is to have one of NVIDIA's game stream cards to make that go. But
Oh, pay more for things. Give us money.
yeah, but overall, I'm
Surprise.
very as a
Well, I'm sure there's
standalone
extra
Wow.
tablet.
technology that like enables that to happen, though.
Right. Right.
Like when they used to say, you can't take an iPhone and make it a hotspot. People literally made an app where if you did the right color combination, it made it a hotspot.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got to say, as a standalone tablet, it's far exceeded my expectations. It's great for playing media. You can stream to TVs. It's kind of like a Chromecast that way. Um, yeah, a lot of excellent content is available through it. I mean, I'm really enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would.
And it works pretty much as a regular Android tablet, right?
Right, right.
It has the Google Play Store and everything, right?
Yeah, and a lot of the sound on it is really good. The speakers pump out a fairly decent volume without any distortion, so quite happy with that. Uh, it's very snappy. It's got a stylus, a lot of great apps on it. I mean, I'm very satisfied with it.
Is that one of the ones that has like the buttons for the gaming on it, or?
It has a way of mapping in-game buttons onto the screen if that's what you wanted to do, or if you pick up the controller, you can map it to the buttons on there.
Right.
I haven't gotten the controller yet, but I'm looking forward to it, especially since their library for this is growing seemingly on a daily basis. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Also, it seems kind of funny that the price of a controller is about $60. The official cover for it runs about $40. So, on top of the $300 that you'll spend for one of these tablets, you're looking at at least another 100 in accessories, and then if you decide to pick up an NVIDIA video card to stream from your PC, that's probably another 200. So,
Well, that's
overall,
probably for the lower end streaming card, right?
yeah. But if you decide you want to throw $300 at an NVIDIA card, you can get yourself the Borderlands pre-sequel that will be coming out in another couple of months.
Pre-sequel.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Eh.
I was looking at cards and stuff for that. And I was like, but I cannot afford.
I just have a hard time getting excited for that game still.
It's still Borderlands.
Yeah.
I guess my main thing is that I guess I have to look at who's writing it. I mean, the main person writing it isn't the person that wrote 2, yes?
I have no idea.
think
2,
he's
I really
helping,
enjoyed.
but he's not writing all of it.
Yeah,
Guess
I'm not
understood.
sure.
He's probably being consulted at the very least.
Yeah. I gotta say that the DLC for Tina's the Tina add-on
Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep.
was fucking amazing.
I didn't get to
Marvelous.
play through that all the way because my ex-boyfriend was a dick.
That was probably the most enjoyable DLC of any of them. So, I mean,
Yeah.
if there's one to play, that's going to be it.
Oh god, as a nerd, yeah, like I saw that, I'm like, I want this now, I want to play it. I have to get to like the point where I can. Oh god, the fact that I can remember wandering to try and gather those freaking crumpets, and it was just like, oh god, these things are giant and they're stomping on me.
Yeah, if anybody out there still is playing Borderlands 2 and you haven't gotten the DLC, get that one. Especially if you ever played any role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons. Big gamer salute to that.
Mhm.
Definitely worth the $2 or $3 you drop for it, I think. But
Usually,
I'm sure it's more expensive than that.
yeah.
it certainly will be in a couple months.
It'll go on sale again. It'll be like, surprise, Borderlands, just because, it's right before the other thing's coming out, so let's sell it more.
Right, exactly.
I'm actually waiting for that to happen with Dragon Age again. Just because it's like, yes, I have it on the Xbox, but the Xbox hasn't been plugged in for like 6 months.
Yeah, there was a sale on Dragon Age during the Steam Summer Sale.
Yeah, I wasn't
There was.
on top
I
of
picked it up.
most of those sales.
And I think Target right now, if you hop on it, they're doing buy one get the second Steam card for 20% off. So 2 cards, 10% off each. Not too bad. So
No.
it's worth it.
It's just a little different.
Yeah. Okay, so did we want to move on?
We should.
Sure.
Yes.
Because we were thinking about sleeping, and we've been doing this for half. I'm thinking about sleeping. We've been doing this for half an hour.
I just woke
Well-
up.
Fury, did you have anything else to talk about?
For this week I can skip it. Yeah.
Okay.
I just realized I want to show things off. My camera isn't working. Well, that's nice.
well,
Fuck you, camera.
Yeah.
I learned how to chainmail, and I can't show it off. Fuck you, camera.
Have you looked at using EPDM rings, like rubber rings?
No, just because I haven't gotten that far into it. I literally just bought like copper rings from AC Moore, which was ridiculous expensive.
I'm going to throw this out there. Check into that. One, because it kind of buffers some of the costs, but 2, you can make some really cool, like form-fitting pieces with those, and it looks awesome too.
Maybe that'll be something to look into if I ever do. Oh shit! What is the name of that character? Like, where is all my magic stuff around me? Chandra the Firestarter. Chandra, one of the magic characters. Literally, she has a like
Planeswalker.
form fit Planeswalker. Yeah. She fucking chainmail. Tight ass fucking chainmail.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm
actually, our
doing
friend
well.
did that and just cut up a spring to save money.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I know someone that literally does that. He's pretty much known as the chainmail guy, and actually, the place where most people that I know get their chainmail is moving from one spot in Canada to Toronto, so it's going to be closer. It's going to be faster to get here, shipping-wise, and
Nice.
a friend of mine might be working there, so it's just kind of like, okay.
Oh, the other thing you might want to look into is you can also get anodized scale cutouts, little punches. Those look really tight.
Scale mail. Ugh. That's literally the main thing that attracted me to Rob, is that he looked good in someone else's armor. And that turned out so well.
Hopefully not yours. Awkward.
No. I'm not gonna get too in depth into that because that'll be just kind of creepy.
Fair enough.
So Guardian's crafting.
Chainmail, scale mail, good stuff.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm gonna make myself, an actual bit of like 4-in-1 fucking chainmail. It's like my friends are like, and your wrists are gonna die. I'm like, not if I do it very, very slowly. Like, here's a bit. I'm done for a week. Here's a little bit more. I'm done for a week. Not doing it every day.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy.
Alright, so Luke, why don't you tell us what
Yes.
you've been up to? Something about a Miyazaki movie?
Yeah, the new Miyazaki movie with Marty was here because there's no Guardians of the Galaxy in Japan yet. I like that for 2 reasons. One was actually obviously because it was good, and 2 because I could actually understand what was going on.
Yay!
Some things I have like say a book or a game, I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck is going on, but I'm having fun. So that was really good. Totally, I think everyone needs to watch it because who doesn't like Miyazaki?
Right?
I honestly need to watch some of his stuff all the way through. I think Howl's is the main thing that I've seen of his, and that's it.
I've seen Spirited Away.
Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, all of it's.
But, yeah, I've seen parts of it.
Avoid Grave of Fireflies unless you want to hate yourself for a week, at least. But aside from that, it's fantastic. Everything. I also took another trip to Tokyo with the girlfriend to see a friend who's basically the whole reason we met, kind of person, and picked up a model, which I put together. No, not sure if you guys can see it, but I was looking at the
Nice.
dates. I think this is a 1996 original, so
Oh wow.
way to go for great finds, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I can notice easily the city if there's something near to you want and you cannot find it, you're simply not looking hard enough.
That certainly goes for quite a few kinks too. Just saying.
Oh, most totally. nice entire giant building of nothing but like sex toys, mostly for the male gender. But yeah,
Of course.
of course,
Well, there's a building for the sex toys, a building for the video games, and then a building for the video game sex toys, and
more like buildings.
right, of
Video
course.
games. Building
Really?
class, okay.
Shopping malls full.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, aside from that, I've just been playing a lot of Hearthstone, actually, because they had the Naxxramas kind of card dungeon thing going on.
Yeah, the expansion.
Yeah, it's actually been a lot of fun. Really cool. It reminds me of going through Nax when I raided in. Oh god, what was the expansion? The
Burning Crusade.
They didn't redo it for Burning
No.
Crusade. They
No,
redid
we
it
did
for. Oh crap.
Wrath.
Yeah.
that
Wrath.
was it, right? Sorry,
Yeah.
that's when I raided. And
Because
I'm like,
getting
oh,
a
yeah, I
tune
played
for that in
this
vanilla was a fucking pain in the ass.
Oh, I can only imagine. It was a pain in the ass in Wrath.
Yeah.
The I played the first wing of that. I'm just like, I can't wait for the next wing. I don't want to pay $7. Damn it.
You can just play a lot and then pay for it in in-game gold.
Right, but then I have to keep playing. It's just like, oh.
I mean, I've enjoyed it. I'm like, it's okay. I'll give Blizzard a little money for all this fun I've been having. It's okay.
Mm.
But yeah, no, it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. I think it scratches that like card game niche better than their official trading card game did. So.
Well, yeah, and the trading card game was hard for people to get into solely because they have to collect cards and know how to build a deck and find other people to play. Speaking of cards, I totally just bought a box of Core for Magic the Gathering, and I haven't looked at it. It's like behind me someplace. Oh, it's literally right there. I'm gonna start opening this now.
Hmm.
Anyway.
So yeah, that's about it. I mean, I haven't been too terribly exciting.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Well, I think that'll do it for what we've been up to this week. But unfortunately, we have to end this podcast with a little bit of sad news that we should talk about.
Well, sad news everyone knows of at this point.
Right,
Yeah.
I'm sure. Well, everyone
And
knows.
something that at this point it's like,
Do we not want to even talk about it then?
oh no, we can't not.
Because
talk about it.
I feel like we have to honor his memory. Because as you probably know by now, Robin Williams has passed away this week.
Yeah.
Which you may know from his roles in Dead Poets Society, Aladdin, of course,
Jumanji.
Jumanji.
Hook.
Oh yes, Hook, of course.
Even Popeye, if you want to reach out.
Sure, I mean as far as
Too.
a little campy, but still a great
Fisher
performance
King,
by him.
Dreams May Come. Yeah. In a way, and for me, in a way, it's a lot like Santa Claus died.
Yeah.
Because I can't really think of anyone saying anything bad about him as a person. I mean, he certainly seemed like a person, like someone who constantly gave. Yeah. So
If there's anything that I think I've learned just in listening to everyone's stories about him, is that he was an extremely, extremely, extremely giving person. Like, it did not stop with him.
Yeah,
He's always thinking about everyone else before himself.
sure. And he was also actually quite a big gamer.
yes.
For many years, to the point that he named his daughter Zelda after Zelda from the game, obviously, not just randomly. And he played WoW a lot, as you noted.
His son was named after Cody from King of Fighters, I think.
I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, he was a player, I think, on the Manaroth server, on Trade Chat, maybe even the Baron's Chat.
Yeah, and they're gonna memorialize him in the game, right?
Yeah. So one of the players approached Blizzard, said, "Hey, is there any way you guys can do this?" And they said, "Hey, we're on top of it." So they haven't announced exactly what they're going to do, but they're going to try and memorialize him. It sounds like they're going to memorialize him sometime in the future. So
Yeah, probably put up a statue or something.
That'd be good.
I
I
have
have
a
something a
feeling
little
it'll
bit
be
less
an
trite.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, who knows? But it's nice that they're going out. I think it just kind of speaks to his sort of nature as a person. He was very fun-loving. He liked to be with people, and obviously he suffered from a lot of depression and mental instability. But
God, Robin, what are you doing?
What am I doing? Are you hearing me open all the packs?
yeah, a little bit.
Yes.
Yes.
We're gonna be done in like
Sorry.
3 minutes, Robin.
I will rather go to bed than open these. I'm sorry. All I'm doing is looking at artwork right now. I'm like, that's pretty. That card is stupid. I'll hit mute whenever I open another one. Sorry, guys.
Right. But yeah,
So
Robin Williams will always be my genie, though. Like,
Yeah.
for me, he will always be the genie. Although I have to say, possibly his closest performance besides that for me is Dead Poets Society. Just what a movie, and his role in that is just spot on.
Mhm.
So good.
I think his stand-up is what stood out to me
Mhm.
because it's hysterical.
the thing that jumps out about Robin Williams to me is that where you see a lot of comics whose humor is very acerbic, very biting, or it caters to a certain age group. You look at Louis C.K. and it's like, okay, maybe people who are like 30 years and older. You look at Louis Black and it's very angry. Um, Robin Williams' humor was always very absurd. Even it wasn't like crazy. It was taking the absurd and just making it even more absurd. His impressions of, say, like George W. Bush, while we're making fun of him, they weren't malicious or angry. They were just making fun of the absurdities of that person. And I think a lot of his humor wasn't pointed at somebody in specific, but maybe just like the silliness of a situation. And I think somebody who's able to bring forth that kind of humor so easily and so quickly and so naturally is very rare. And he was able to put himself out there and just keep on flowing. It just from seemingly nowhere, like magic, it just kept coming.
Yeah.
So, and anybody who's worked with him, who's been on a stage or he's done charity work before, nobody has anything bad to say about him, which is just nice. Because if you think about the last iconic person that passed away 5 years ago, Michael Jackson, surrounded in, did he do this, did he do that, a lot of controversy, a lot of whatever, touched a lot of people's lives, but he had his flaws. Robin Williams, it seems like all his flaws were self-destructive,
Yeah.
Like he didn't go out and,
Abuse someone else.
harm anyone else. If anything, he brought a lot of people a lot of happiness. So
Yeah, but obviously he was suffering a lot too, and he struggled for many years with drug and alcohol addiction. And I know he relapsed in the early 2000s, and
he was going through rehab even
Sure.
now.
yeah,
And that's the other thing that gets me is that a lot of people said that if we had this kind of outpouring of appreciation for him while he was still alive, he probably wouldn't have committed suicide. And I've got two things to say about that. Is one, he was a very humble man, and I don't think it would have done a lick of difference.
It-
He probably would have accepted it, but I don't think it'd be like lay it off pretty quick. And then two, depression is fucking awful. I don't think it would have changed anything.
yeah. There's never a simple answer with that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, very, very sad. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to analyze why he did it or anything like that, but we all our thoughts are with his family, and we all mourn him in our own small way.
To the trolls that suddenly were saying jerky ass things to Zelda, you should all be
Not only
punched in the
that, but
taint.
sending just terrible photos to her and just
Oh my
being,
God.
yeah, as you can imagine, the kind of things they would send, and I don't know why people would lash out like that in a time like this, but
They're
Because
terrible people on the internet. That's
yeah.
just
these are, if you hadn't heard, Zelda, his daughter, ended up closing down her Twitter account because of all the abuse that was coming her way from people that had.
Well, I believe the account is still up, but she has deleted it from her phone, so she's not
Yeah.
using it or looking at it anymore.
Yeah,
But it's still up there for people to see.
And she's stepping away from it. It was stepping away from Instagram too. Just
Right.
people were berating her, and once they got banned, like they would make other accounts and just keep going at it. It's like, why? What is wrong with you that you have to tarnish?
because there are people that are only happy when when others are suffering.
I actually read an interesting article where that is exactly like this woman's like, I found out that my husband's an internet troll, and he literally has no good excuse for it. He's just like, this is what I do to relax. It's like, no.
By the way, hon, in my off time, I'm evil.
She didn't even know she'd been married to him for like 7 years, and then he left like a window open once, and she's looking. It's like, wait, you posted these terrible things to teenagers? Like, go kill yourself sort of comments. It's like, oh my God.
Couldn't you just watch some porn and masturbate like everybody else? This is what I masturbate to. The tears and the crying.
Just
Yeah,
never
it's
read the comments, guys. Just never read the comments.
But yeah, sadly, it hasn't been restricted to just that. There are a lot of threads on Facebook. A lot of people, given a public forum and a little soapbox to stand on, will say just the vilest of things. So, to those folks, I'm sorry. It's a sad little world, and it's a little bit dimmer without Robin Williams. So.
Well, it's sad to. This might be the saddest ending for a podcast that we've ever had.
No, because
No.
I think in our own ways we'll remember, we'll memorialize him, and maybe we'll reacquaint ourselves with the movies that meant so much to us. I certainly am
Yeah.
going to make it a point to watch some of his movies in the near future.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Yeah, Aladdin is literally my favorite movie of all time. So I'll probably go watch that again. Like I said, I need to watch Dead Poets Society again. There's so many great performances I love from him.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
everyone
think a
go
lot
out
of people
and watch his stuff.
I've been marathoning some movies. this
yeah,
weekend.
and if you've got a friend that somehow slipped through the cracks and never watched Robin Williams movie, just maybe share that with them. I think
Yeah.
they'll appreciate it.
There would be one of them somewhere that's in a genre that I like. I mean,
Yeah.
literally.
And while you're sharing that movie with them, you can also share this podcast with them. You can send them over to our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/geekswitch.
This is the worst freaking transition ever. I'm sorry, Tony.
No, I'll say it wasn't the smoothest.
Robin, I'm trying to end the show for you.
I know,
yeah.
but like,
That was good. Mm,
Tony, I'll give you props for that one.
yeah.
I tell you what, if I pass away and there's
it's
a way,
a
I
it's a
want you to
tough
be the
one.
MC.
It's tough to transition.
you want me to make that same noise through Tony talking for an hour?
If you're willing to, yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Just don't unwrap cards there, all right?
I'm very sorry to everyone that is going to eventually listen to this as a podcast. If it makes anyone feel any better, they're all shit cards.
So you annoyed everyone for nothing.
I annoyed everyone for
Great.
less than a third of the box.
All right. So if you want to watch this episode or other episodes of this show, you can always find us at youtube.com/geekswitch. If you want to find us on Google+, you can find it at google.com/+geekswitchnet. because Dante is terrible at coming up with names for things. Go on iTunes, of course, subscribe to us, give us 5-star reviews so more people can find us and listen. You can always contact us here at the podcast via email. It's podcast@geekswitch.net. We would love to have some emails to read. We might have some. I don't know. Dante never checks it. If you send an email also to Dante, just put like emergency 911 so he notices it.
Oh hell, send me a tweet.
Just tweet us.
Yeah, tweet us and let us know that you sent it, and we will bug him until he reads that email. You can always follow us all on Twitter. The website is @GeekSwitch. I am @Tony Livingston. Fury, where can they find you?
Not Furioso.
Luke
I am at Final Strike. So
with a Y. And of course there's Robin at.
YT Rain.
There you go. And once again, we'd
Alright,
love for
Tony.
you to, right. And go check us out on Facebook and like our page. It's facebook.com/geekswitchnet or geekswitch.net, excuse me. That's facebook.com/geekswitch.net because all of these things don't make any. Anyway,
Yes.
Yeah.
but like us because we would love. We like you to like us.
Because I'm sure we would like you to.
Yeah.
Great.
And more people are doing it every day. It's crazy. I keep getting more and more people. Hey, this person liked the page. Hey, this person's following us. We love it, guys. I love getting that feedback. We want more emails, though. We'd love to answer questions. Or
We would like to talk to people more.
Yeah, we miss you guys.
But
Where's
we don't
our
know that you're
pterodactyl?
there.
Pterodactyl.
Aw.
I miss you. You were offering. I mean, Jurassic World's coming around soon, so I'm sure you're busy shooting that. But
Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
there you go, more Chris Pratt. Mm-mm. All right, guys. Well, I think that's gonna do it for us this week.
Bang
Until
rang.
Keep it switched on.